Good morning, Flosstube. We have sunshine in the Dallas-Fort Worth area after a whole week of ice, snow, and freezing rain. Cabin fever is real, let me tell you. I love being home. Nothing is better than being home, but when you know you cannot leave home, it gets rough. I would love to say that I spent the whole 4 days stitching and making huge progress, but I ended up ripping out a lot of what I put in. Sometimes that happens to us, right? But today, even though I am very late to the party, I am going to do a WIP parade. Now, get a beverage. I have my beautiful cup that my sweet daughter-in-law gave me for Christmas, Rifle Paper Company. It is now one of my favorite mugs. In case I need a sip, if I start coughing for some reason, get your beverage of choice and enjoy. Now, for my dear friend Donna, you and I had this conversation. Please get several cups of calming tea or a glass of wine while you watch this. Although, I have to say that after watching some of the WIP parades I've watched this new year, mine is small. I think I only have about 45 WIPs. So we're not up into the 80s or 90s. Now, that being said, there may be some that I have not stumbled on yet because I spent the morning after doing some chores digging all this out. If you're one of my children, you can say whatever you like. Mama's crazy, Mama's spending too much money, but just rest assured this is an accumulation of many years. And as my girls know, I do love to pass the stash, either to one of my daughters or to a close friend. And as you all know who've been watching me for a few years, I am on a finish mission this year. Now, the best news of the day, other than the fact that we get to enjoy some stitching, is that my Apostles' Creed got taken to the framer on Monday before the storm hit, and hopefully around Valentine's Day or a few days after that, if it is as beautiful as we hope it will be, we will have a big reveal. And at that point, I can show you my WIPs and give you an update on what's been going on. So for me, that's super exciting. Okay, you have a great view of the cookbooks and the cabinet in the kitchen. Sorry about that, but the lighting in here was the best. So let's get started. I do have the first one to show you, which is on my iPad because I could not find the pattern. This WIP is on the, oh my goodness, please finish me list. Excuse me, I'm gonna move that chair to be able to put WIPs in the chair. This is Heartstring Samplery, new every morning. And there is no reason that this is not finished. So sorry to show you an unfinished new every morning, but I am going to pull it out as soon as possible to try to finish. I have some others that I'm kind of working on right now, but here is the beautiful, am I showing it to you properly? Okay, here we go. This one is done on, I believe, 32 count linen, but I don't know the color or anything else about it. I am using some of the specialty floss on this. Love, love, love those colors. And of course the verse about the mercies of the Lord, new every morning. Okay, here we go with all the ones that I have a picture for. This one is also in line for a finish. It's my little needle book or needle case, Stained Glass Window by Heritage Textiles. Came back from London, and you know, I've gotten a decent little start. There will be a back that has to be stitched, but a smaller design. And there's nothing saying this won't be finished soon. If I can just buckle down. I love it though. I would love to have a needle case. Then Natalie, our sweet little Christmas ornament church. Christmas got so busy that this did not come out at all. But this is Mill Hill Winter Holiday, Sunday night. Another, oh my goodness, we must finish this soon. I had intended to have this on the tree at Christmas, so hoping to get into that one very soon and do those beads and the last stitches. I think most of the stitches left are white. Then I have my little bookmark, and I really wanted to use this over Christmas. This is another Textile Heritage, and of course, you know we love dogs, so we have Westies and Scotties, and the complete project, well, the soon to be hopefully completed is, forgive that thread, here we are. It's the same as when you saw it last. I might have stitched more on this had it had a dachshund on it, right? Oh, by the way, Lucy finally got a bath this morning since it is warming up, and this little baby, she's not a dog, she's a baby. I turned the heater on in the bathroom, got the blow dryer out for her. Her bed just came out of the dryer, and she is now curled up in the sun in her clean, warm bed. So there. Okay, we have, back to what we're here for, another favorite from Owl Forest Embroidery, Russian Windows. And this one is just so lovely to stitch. So I should put this on the list for sure. Let me try to hold this up. We just absolutely love these colors. And as you know, my husband loves, well, sorry, this is so wrinkled, the architecture displayed in these windows. So I was working on another large window there. This is the beautiful linen. Did I get this from Owl Forest? I don't remember, but it is beautiful to work with. So Russian Windows needs to come back out. And I am using their beautiful flosses for this one. You've seen those before. All right. One of my favorites, but one that scares me every time I pull it out, the Old Scott by Hands Across the Sea Samplers. This will be an heirloom if it ever is finished, and I should not say if ever, it must be finished. My husband had purchased the silks for this one, so no progress since you saw it last. I just need to sleep less, guys. I'm retired. I should be whipping these out. Alrighty. But I love that one, and those silks are glorious to work with. This is the one that should be the first next finish. I'm putting thread on needles for the weekend, and this is Music Amongst the Trees by Rosewood Manor. All that is left is to fill in all the little bitty trees. So I want to put all the greens and browns on my needle organizer and be ready to just stitch trees. Let's see if we can see this. Okay, forgive me for, again, wrinkles as well as making you dizzy. This is gorgeous. And I know that even if I did 5 little trees a day, it would not take that long. This was a gift from a sweet friend, and as I told you before, I want to put her initials and my initials right here rather than the name of the person who wrote the quote. Not to fail to give credit to Minnie, whatever her name is. I can't read it. Oh my goodness. I need to look her up, and maybe I'll put that on the frame on the back. But this really needs to be finished. It's done on white linen. But can you see how beautiful DMC can be when a designer knows how to use her colors. It amazes me. We think we have to use specialty flosses to get beautiful colors, but that is not always the case. So that would, I really hope, will be the next finish I have an exciting reveal for. Okay, what is this? Oh, this is the one I bought on a whim that I had admired. Sorry, I didn't unzip that one before. When I was at the Stitch Niche for something else, it is called Needles Dance. And it is small enough, I need to just put some stitches in it. This was a collaborative effort between Summer House Stitchworks, Ink Circles, and Hands On Design. And I bought the proper fabric, and I got all of the specialty flosses. There I go, talking about not needing them. And we have hanging threads, but let me show you how lovely this is going to be. Let's see. Oh yes, here we go. So we have a bird, a lovely flower vine. I'm pretty sure this is 40 count, yes. And it is a hand-dyed linen. We'll talk about that more when I work on it. But the flosses called for were Classic Colorworks. Love that one, and I love those colors. I need to be working on that. Okay, I went through a stage where I wanted to stitch all the Riolas kits. And I can't remember how many years ago that is, but I know that Hobby Lobby, oh y'all, sorry about this hair. Hobby Lobby had put them on a really good sale. This one actually, though, I ordered from Amazon because, again, of the cute dogs, and it is a Scottish door. Well, we don't have a lot of progress on this one, but I still like it. I definitely want to do it. It is on the Ada that was provided in the kit. Doesn't look too impressive, does it? Before I work on this one, I'm going to press it. That's rather discouraging, but it's a beautiful piece, and I do want to have some stitches on it. I like the wool acrylic threads that Riolas provides. Some people do not, but this is how they come. And again, beautiful colors. Sometimes I think we stitch for the colors. All right, this one is my retirement piece, and it has not seen love in so long. A Savior's Praise. But it will always be a favorite, and I need to take after some of you who do an hour a week or whatever on a favorite project that is huge. I really need to do that on this one. This is on 36 count flax, and no progress since you have seen it last, but I will show you, and I'll also show you how big. Okay, it's a big piece. But this is what I've done. That border right there is complete. And I was working on finishing the trees here and then this beautiful flower basket. This is by Shakespeare's Peddler. I did not say that. And it is such a gorgeous design. And of course, we love the verse. There's a hem that we love on here and other beautiful motifs. So get with that program. We have a little Scottish design. This one is not textile heritage. Let me see. It doesn't say. Scenic Scotland, I guess. It's called Stirling Castle. And this was a restart. I got frustrated with it on the white Ada, mostly because of the white. It was so stark. So I restarted it on this blue even weave. And it's so nice. It's one that I have to follow so closely to get the shading. And you all who do full coverage are used to that. But this also needs some love. It would be an easy little self frame that I could hang with some of our Scottish, English photos and stitching. This one you've seen in the fall, I believe, and I pulled it back out this week just because I needed something that could be done upstairs, downstairs, wherever. It's easy to carry around. It is the one I purchased because Katie Kearney Stitches had ordered from this Etsy shop, and I just fell head over heels in love with her designs. This one is called Keeps My Waist Secure, and the Etsy shop is called Lifted Spirit. It also appealed to me that I could frame these in a hoop and decorate them as I chose, because as we have discussed before, framing is expensive, and I am not gifted yet to do it on a budget. But let me, oh, I hate, this is in the queue snap, but I want to take it out because this is lovely, and I think you'll see how close, fairly close I could be to a finish. Okay, here we go. So, it is God who arms me with strength and keeps my way secure. It's just on a lovely white even weave that was gifted to me. So there at the bottom, you can see what the wreath is going to look like. I've got to do that all the way around, although it won't be the same plants. And I started that a little bit up at the top. This is completely in green, which I rarely choose to stitch in green, but it's been a fun stitch and I have loved every minute of it. Except oh, you know what slowed me down on this one? I just remembered, forgive me for rambling. I had taken this with me on the plane to London, I remember now. And that G right there, strength, got all off. So when I pulled it back out this month, I had to rip a good bit off, or out, but I got it fixed. That was what had slowed me down on that. I didn't even stitch on it in the plane after that mistake. All right, let me put this away so I don't lose a piece. All right, now, this is when we get forgetful and we have a project we love and we forget all about it. Excuse the noise. Back when this was such a popular design, I started Heartstring Samplery. Oops, I belong to the Cross Stitch Nation. It's called Cross Stitch Nation. And I love her designs. So I mostly used what was called for, but I did add some lovely hand-dyed floss that had been gifted to me, and I'll show you that. This is another one that should be finished so that I can just have it in my house. Look at this. So many people have stitched this and customized it. So the only customization I did was this lady's lovely skirt, and this was a variegated, let's be still, a variegated floss that I just thought would be perfect for her. So another one that needs attention and love. It is on a linen, I believe 32 count, one of the more inexpensive ones that came from probably Hobby Lobby. So hopefully that will be in the mix this year. Then the one that you've seen me do recently, which has been, I was going so well on this, just stitching away. It is Needleworker's Sampler by Cottage Garden Samplings. And I had stopped with the lady's skirt and moved over to the house just for a change. And I thought, oh, this is easy. I can just finish that house. Guys, I am still ripping out the mistake that I made on this one. And this one is in my hoop. Let me get it out so you can see the lady. Forgive me. Here we go. This is on a gorgeous hand-dyed even weave that was shared with me. And it is called, we've talked about this before, Summer Sky. It is a 32 count. So here we are. Here's our house. Here's our lady. Now, the problem is, so I'm ripping out right here. there are supposed to be 3 spaces of dark gray between those 2 windows. Guess who put in 4 spaces here? I sat and looked at it and I thought, maybe I can just leave this and it'll be okay. But guys, there's symmetry and we can't mess with symmetry, not with a house, because this house has gables. I'll show you, look. So if I didn't fix the 3 space versus 4 space, the whole house symmetry would be off. So it's teaching me to slow down and look at the pattern. But I do love this. This is a Sal I'm doing with Natalie, Home Sweet Home Handmade. And, you know, I just want to do it. It's such fun, and this fabric is lovely to work with. Oh my goodness, how long are we? We're okay. All right. Our friend Molly West, the Sensible Stitcher, has made some gorgeous progress on Joe. What is his name? Joe the Hipster. And you know this is a Highland coo, and there we are, Scottish. Now Sharon has not even picked up Joe in so long that she almost forgot about him, except when she sees Molly. So we have a nose and the start of a mouth. This was supposed to be for my husband. I'm glad he's patient. This is on the black Ada from the kit. I believe it's 18 count. And you know, it's another one of those where I was going along merrily, made a mistake on the scarf, and had to rip that all out. Well, there you go. It got put away. I need to get with the program on my mistakes and not let them slow me down. Okay, another one that I just started. I believe this was my New Year start, and it was my lovely purchase from our trip to South Carolina. It is Hello from Liz Matthews, Winter Garden. It's really perfect stitching for this time of year. And I'm doing it on an even weave. Let's see. I believe it's a 32 count even weave, but it is very nice to work with. And again, we spent a lot of time frogging this week, but we got it put back. Do you see? Well, here we go. This is what we have. Loving the colors. Oh my goodness. Right here, I thought, oh, I'll just go on over and I'll stitch the rest of this so quickly and I'll have the whole bottom done. I know in my video I was talking about how far I'd be done. Well, I forgot as I was doing the moving over, I forgot, sorry guys, here's the center, to move this bottom border, or forgot to stitch it. Like it's finished over here, but I just kind of stopped the border and I started stitching the reindeer and the flowers down too low, like they would have been sitting on the first line of that border. And there are 3 colors there. You cannot see because I cannot be still. So I spent yesterday ripping out reindeer, putting in border, and I did a little bit last night. There's a butterfly. This is going to be a big floral design right there. Anyway, like I said, 2023, rip it out and start over. But I'm going to slow down. I want these to be done, and especially these that I made the mistakes on. They need some love. All right. Let me see what this is. I have another architectural piece, and this one is called Longwood, which we love. It's a antebellum home in Natchez, Mississippi. And I've gotten a pretty good start on this, and again, it just got put away. This was one of the ones I would take to work to do a little bit on my lunch hour. And these are the ones we think we can frame ourselves. They're on white Ada, and it will be a full coverage. I believe it's going to turn out to be 5 by 7. Yes, 5 by 7. I really should make this a travel piece. I have another one like this that needs to be finished because we chose them because we like them, not because They need to stay in the drawer. All right, this, oh, there is the other piece. Ha! And I don't know why I started this one when I had not finished its friend. Where's my picture? This one, though, is from Massachusetts, Quincy, Massachusetts. We loved touring John and Abigail Adams' home. That is what this one is. And this, I believe, is Posy Gets Cozy. Yes, no, not Posy Gets Cozy, y'all. That's a website, a blog. This is the Posy collection. She designs a lot of historic building cross stitch. So there is Peacefield. This is on, I believe, an 18 count Ada. Fun to stitch. Quite fun. All right. Now, here in the middle, we are going to have one of my pieces that I get the most comments about. Where is Mary? Where is Mary, Queen of Scots? And she's not been out to see the light of day. Papillon Creations. Mary, Queen of Scots. And I was doing mine in the red. I was using DMC. I'm not sure if that's what they call for. Again, I was 1/2 stitch off on linen. This is 32 count linen, and even did some gridding to try to figure out. So I'm going to have to get a stitchy friend to help me find my mistake, and then I must pull her out and finish her. You can see how close and yet how far. There's something about the alphabet and the border. I don't know what you're seeing, people. Sorry. Okay, so the counting problem, as far as I can tell, is where the alphabet ends and the band begins. But I almost wonder if I can just fudge it. I need to sit down with a yardstick and just line it up and see how off I am. Such a beautiful piece and so huge. Someone is working on this who has commented to me, and if that is you and you're hearing me, please comment on how you're going with yours. That whole middle band is finished, unless there's some small motifs on those sides. It's just beautiful. And this is one my husband really wants me to finish. I'll show you this bottom section. I mean, it's the piece of a lifetime, really, if you could just not make counting errors. So I'm hoping I can get a stitchy friend very soon to help me figure out where I've gone wrong. And then I can pull it back out and finish it, because I do love it. Ooh, all right. Hope you have your beverage. I hope you are not having a stress or anxiety attack yet. This is a realist kit, which I loved when I started it. Bunnies, or it's called Funny Rabbits. I worked on this right before COVID hit. I have a good memory of that. We were on a vacation to New Orleans, and I took this with me. These are the sweetest bunnies. Look at those faces. You can see the gray one at the top, and then the little, what would you call that? Blondish, reddish one there. There are 4 bunnies total. Again, it's one of those where you have to pay really close attention to where you are in the pattern. But there was not a mistake on this one. It was just, I'm tired of bunnies, and I put it away and forgot about it. All right, we have another Riolis. I know people have finished this one, and I would use this in my kitchen maybe, or it would be a good fall piece. It might even be a nice fall cushion. So it's just a basket of apples, and it is called, who knows, it doesn't say, but it's apples. And this one is actually done on a very large size Ada. and I believe it's that fiddler's cloth. But here's where I am. Love the apples. Why didn't I pull this out when I was having so much trouble with my eyes? Because it's big. By the way, both eyes are taken care of. Vision is 20/20. I am more than grateful. Thank you all for your good thoughts on that. I am still doing drops in one eye, but the other one is healed. They do a lot of follow-up just to be sure that it continues the way it should, but it's behind me. That's so exciting. All right, we all started, or a lot of us started pandemic back in the beginning of COVID. Long dog samplers, I've always loved them. I've only completed one, and here we are. Humongous piece of hardanger. Hasn't seen any love since you saw it last, but I'd love to pull this one out too. Okay, so I had chosen a variegated blue for my floss. Isn't that fun? Oh my goodness. And this is the only piece I have tried with Pattern Keeper. So I have it on my little Chromebook, and it's fun to use Pattern Keeper. So I need to pull this one out. I love the little bunny there. Can you see? No, you can't see. There's the little bunny. And the geometric designs, and then the birds. Look at those birds. So, oh, now I'm seeing this. I really want to work on it. I wish I could set up a rotation, but I'm one of those people who has to stitch what is calling to me. But I love the idea of touching them all this year, so we'll see what we can do. Maybe if I just keep a checklist of the ones I have touched, then I'll pick up the ones I haven't. My blue floss that I chose is 121 DMC, just in case anyone is a blue lover as I am. This one is in that beautiful project bag that was gifted to me by my daughter's, would she be an aunt? Her husband's aunt. Look at this. Her workmanship is amazing. And look at the little heart zipper pull. I just love that bag. Ooh, we still have a pile. Let me take a quick sip of my coffee. Not that I need the caffeine, right? All right, this barely got a start, so I don't know if I should call this a start or not, but I'm going to, because I'm trying to be honest with myself here. I probably put in 30 stitches. This is a little bitty Dimensions needlepoint kit. We love the blues, the greens, and always the butterflies. So you can see I'm barely got some stitches in. Again, this would be a good travel project. And this I definitely would make into a little cushion for either my chair in the master bedroom or the guest room upstairs, because those colors would be perfect. We did get that one on clearance, I remember. If you have watched maybe some of my very first videos, this came out then, and I don't think it's been out since. It is a beautiful Bucilla heirloom sampler, and it is an American sampler. And I chose it because of the colors, the blues and the golds. Let me see, it's called Esther Kopp 1765. I don't even know why this got put away. I think I was upset that I had not decided to switch this to linen. This is the even weave that was in the kit. But people, it's not one I want to start over. Look how pretty. So again, give it some love. This is just, I think, an off-white, what do they call the fabric? Ivory even weave, 28 count. And the stitches are very sweet. So I need to finish this one. I would definitely frame this and have it in our bedroom because, again, the colors would be perfect. And it has the memory of me finding it on one of our trips home to our hometown, and we had run in their Hobby Lobby. They actually had gotten a Hobby Lobby in this little bitty town, and it was on clearance. How could I leave that beautiful thing in the store? All right, I need some suggestions on this one. I love Little House Needleworks, and I love Country Cottage Needleworks as well, but I don't have a lot of their patterns or series. This one is the Needlework Shop, so for obvious reasons, I had purchased it. The problem is that I started it on a piece of scrap. Is this hard anchor? Maybe it's just 18 count Ada. And this is one of, oh no, this is the window. Okay, so this is, what you're gonna see on the fabric is this little window right there. But there's just something about it on this fabric that I do not like. So this is what I'm gonna restart, and what I'd like to find, since it is not full coverage, is maybe a pink hand-dyed or light pink with sparkles, something like that. That's what I'm hoping. And then another one that absolutely must be finished. This is by Long Dog Samplers. It would be my second one. And this one is called Dankworth. We did have some counting errors in here, but those were taken care of. And here's what we have. Oh, people, this is embarrassing. Look how close. Look how close. Oh my goodness. Close but far, I guess. Lots of bands still to do, but it is a band sampler. I was using the called for DMC. Again, you're not getting the colors here. So, love this one. And it was chosen because of the unicorns that are so prevalent in the architecture in Scotland. We had seen the ones at Linlithgow Palace, and I saw this and just had to stitch some unicorns. So we need to pull this one back out. And guys, this is another, let me put her away. This is another beautiful bag from the same gifted stitcher, sewer, quilter. Well, let's zip it. Yeah. Look at the dogwood and the birds. Just so perfect. All right, we have a sweet little Christmas angel. This is lavender and lace. It was on, oh, this is so old. You can see I have tape on it. It's so close. What's wrong with me, people? I had hoped to finish this before Christmas this year. My daughter stitched the companion angel, and she's gorgeous. Anyway, she's on linen, all the called for DMCs, and she would be gorgeous if I pressed her and finished her. There's more stitching to do, but I had done the little wreath bead section there. Crazy, I'm just crazy. Then, also from Lavender, am I saying that right? Lavender and Lace, yes. This was also on the website as a freebie, and I don't have a picture of this. I'm so sorry about that, but if you were to look on her website, this is just a beautiful piece that I will finish someday. It is a Madonna and Child. And all you can see right now is the baby Jesus, and the blue, of course, is part of Mary's dress or robe. This was that blue even weave that someone, a sweet librarian, gave me before she gave up, or when she had given up cross stitching. And I've used that blue even weave for so many projects. Okay, hopefully we won't have an avalanche. We're getting closer. I promise we'll finish. All right, to my dear daughter, Grace, forgive me for being such a starter and not a finisher. This was a gift from her, and I absolutely love it. It would be so sweet here in the fall. Look at that. But so much still to do. Mill Hill does such a gorgeous job in their color selection. And this one is called Country Lane. There is a bunny button for this one, and she knew I would love that. Look at that. Ah, I have so much to do. Never again will I purchase. Famous last words. All right, this may be my oldest WIP in this group, probably of all. And I just had to have this because I love the artist Charles Wysocki. It's an old Dimensions kit. And is it called Country Lane? Oh, no, Peaceful Countryside. You know that I loved the church, the barn, the horse. I just love the country, having grown up with a granddaddy who was a farmer. And it's darling. It's on Ada. I guess another ivory, but again, what can I say? I think it would be sweet as a bell pull. All right. Again, a good travel piece, I think, because it's big. Excuse me, I'm going to have to stand up. All right. I bought this little kit also with a coupon because I needed a travel piece back when we traveled to see our new grandbaby back in, would it have been in April we traveled? And I worked on this. A lot of people worked on this and have finished it. It's called Stacked Teacups. I don't know why I put it away. I think it would be a cute cushion as well. Little pillow for a display. I had started the background, which is all stitched. What did I not like about it, people? I don't know. I'm not sure I like the words on here. I'm gonna have to decide. I can always take those out and maybe just do them as cups without words. That would be my possible plan. Okay, then I have, Riolas. So many of you all have finished this. The hedgehogs are adorable, but Sharon has a problem. She cannot finish things. There's my little hedgehog's face. I don't know when I'll pick this back up, but I will. Another one I had to have after seeing someone stitch it. It was Connie G Stitches. She has not done videos lately, but it's an old Dimensions kit called the Holy Family. Loved the stained glass. The thing that slowed me down on this was stitching on the black, but look how gorgeous. That would be such a sweet piece every Christmas. So it will be worked on someday. All right, I had started this lovely kit from, oh please, Cobweb Designs. It is Monet's Garden, and you know I had done several of these. They're so easy to stitch, and there's nothing wrong with this one. I just put it aside. I had done this much. It's on fiddler's cloth as well. And, you know, I think it would be fun to have a grouping of these because I have several of their samplers that I have finished. One is Beatrix Potter. One is, it was one of the Scottish cities. Anyway, so this, I could add this to that. I do love that one. Oh, this is pretty old, and it should have been finished. Count Your Blessings by Imaginating. And it was on a cheap linen I had gotten at a box store, but I didn't mind because I knew it would be seasonal. So close. I love this one. So you have Count Your Blessings at the top and Give Thanks at the bottom. I wish we had just stuck with this one. Again, I think that would be a lovely bell pull, and I think I can pull that off with my limited finishing skills. I had started this Scottish sampler because it was gifted to me by my dear friend Mary of Mary Cat Stitches. She was not going to stitch it. It was from a magazine. Allison Bathgate Watson. It's an 1856 sampler. Just Cross Stitch Magazine, October 2018. Here was the picture of the original. I hope you can see that a little. And again, I had chosen a less expensive linen because I really just wanted to start it. I'm not sure how I feel about it now that I'm looking at it again on this white. But look at those animals. So before I stitch any more on this one, I'm going to think about my linen and maybe get something a little less stark and a little nicer. I love that thistle there in the middle. This was a fun stitch. There's no reason for me not to make a decision on that one. I was using the called for DMC, and I don't know. I could have given that a tea bath before I started it. Anyway, don't have to decide that today. Then I could not find the picture, but you all know this lovely piece. This is Heartstring Samplery. It's on 40 count flax. This is the Prairie Life Sampler, Laura Ingalls Wilder. And I apologize for not having a picture. But you see that my border met, and I had started on my trees and the little flower. I should look that up on my iPad for you, but Prairie Life Sampler, Heartstring Samplery. I had started this one for my granddaughter. Bless her. Someday, I guess. And I'm going to show you a picture of that one. I will find it very soon. Okay, we are down to the last 8 or so. This was a gift my husband ordered from the DMC website. It is a full coverage of the Thames River and the Houses of Parliament. No, it isn't. That's Westminster Cathedral. Sharon, this is a painting by Monet, which we saw. Now, this has been nothing but ignored because I was using the kit Ada, and it could be a beautiful, beautiful piece, but I got so bored with those colors. I don't want to waste his sweet money and thought in purchasing this for me. So I don't know. I don't know, people. What I may do is restart it. If I could get a linen that was that background color, then I wouldn't have to stitch the background. So it will be, I will make a decision. It may be a while. It was fun. It just got boring. Okay, we have the one I really want to finish this year that keeps getting put aside. I was doing it in memory of my mother, Teresa Kogut. It is called Pray. And in person, she is exquisite. I've seen it stitched at the Stitch Niche. Here is my attempt. And people keep telling me, keep stitching, she'll turn out. The colors are just throwing me. But she's a small full coverage, so I should be able to do her. It's on a linen, I want to say, that's not white. It's the same fabric they had used in the store because I had them find that for me. Okay, I'm about to have the avalanche we spoke of. You've seen this one lately, so it won't take me long to show you. This is from Liberty of London. My Christmas stocking, my first attempt at needlepoint since I was a teenager. So a little bit of warping, a lot of, oh, what am I doing? But I still love it. And it will hang in my house as a decoration. It won't be anyone's stocking because we all, I don't know. I didn't want to put a name up there because I loved the panel they provided. So it will just be a lovely decoration someday. Down to the last. Okay, we have 3 Mill Hills. Again, Grace, forgive me. She gives me these beautiful kits, and I start them, and I don't finish them. But look how close. There's no excuse on this one. So close. Silent Night, Holy Night is what this one will say. Wouldn't that be a sweet display at Christmas? Oh my goodness. Then I have the 2 Santas. One is Wales Santa for my husband, whose family is of Welsh descent. And I had barely started him. Oh no, that is a big old lie. Look at him. He's coming right along. And again, it shows you Mill Hill's beautiful color choices. And then the Scottish Santa, excuse me, for both of us. Again, these were the Celtic Santas. I just love him. And he is so close. I have to figure out how to do his beard. And there are a few more stitches, but mostly beads. These would hang on the tree so beautifully. I should be ashamed. Y'all, startitis, that's my diagnosis. All right, last one I have to stand up to show you. And this one is just in a nice Christmas box, and it may stay here until the bug bites me again. It is those beautiful ornaments so many have purchased, so many have done successfully. Dimensions Gold Christmas Village Ornaments. And I started the one, what is this? What is it? Rudolph's Tree Farm. And again, fairly close, but not on a Dimensions full coverage. So there you have it, my friends. The Hopeless Lady, the stitch starter, but I am going to get some finishes this year, and you will hopefully be with me to celebrate those finishes, and I know you'll cheer me on. That is not to say I will not be starting something else, but I am hoping to say that I will not be purchasing anything else. 1 or 2 between now and the end of the summer, and some fabric I want to get for a pattern I want to start around my birthday. But this is enough for my lifetime. Thank you for your patience today and for enjoying all these crazy starts with me. Have a wonderful beginning to your February, and I will be back hopefully around Valentine's Day or a few days after to share my fully finished Apostles' Creed and my progress on all this craziness. Sending love, and thank you for being here. If you're new, please come back. Think of subscribing. Everyone, please comment, and have a wonderful weekend. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.